programs. So that supplies whatever funding or whatever. So this is for that purpose. As I said, we're going to do like retreats, workshops. Anybody who wants to come and stay, they'll stay based on donating, and the donation will go to the programs that have been done. And so we're really creating entrepreneurship, self-sufficiency. We don't want anyone to be saying, okay, so Ato, you're giving us 100 CDs every month, but when Ato don't have any money, where's it going to go? So we're going to do farming, to do sustainable things, you know, different entrepreneurial things that we're going to do to sustain the program. And that goes even to East Africa. We're looking at that as well, doing farming and different things there. So yeah, so I know I went around the world a little bit because I wanted that to be clear. But yes, it's been, I would sit here sometimes and say, my goodness. And you know what's amazing? After, in 2.5 months, we have a house. Yeah. In 2.5 months. Most of the work that we're doing now is on the outside to secure it in place up here on the hill. So, but outside of that, in 2.5 months, we blinked our eyes and we was inside the house. But most of it was prep of the land and making sure, again, that we put retaining walls. We're going to expand it. I was okay with an excellent idea. And it's good to go with a person who knows the terrain. Somebody from another country or another region coming to say, buy this land is not a good idea. It is not a good idea because you know. So I go to you because I said, okay, Ato, what do you think? You came here, yes, and you said, Cicely, this is what come to me. And again, intuition. And you said, Cicely, you should do this. You should. So we're working with the engineer now to see to maybe do some more support for the wall down there. But then you said, you know, get some grass, get some trees, get this. And we ran next day. Ato told me one day, and the next day we went to go get all that and planted it out there. So it's important to hear because you are the expert in the area. I'm not. So I can do something that can go against it and cause problems for myself, right? Yeah. So everything we do, we consult with Ato. Yeah.
And let me ask you about the community of support in terms of the family. You are in West Hill, and I know that you have a group. People that are building in West Hill have WhatsApp group where you communicate what to do and all that. How do you find that? Because to be honest with you, in Ghana, it's very difficult to have these community groups who live in the community coming together, having WhatsApp group, think of the development of the place and all that.
Yes.
But I do see a lot of discussions going on.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this on the community, you know, group chat. And how do you feel? Because it seems like
it's good. I think you may notice I don't do much talking.
Yes.
Because I do a lot of listening.
Yeah.
And that's how I've learned the do's and the don'ts. And that's with everything. This is how I learned to do certain things with, as opposed to, I never wanted to do the blocks, the sound of this. That was a nightmare for me. I looked at all different things, rand, earth, everything. And then I finally came to the conclusion about the container house. But first of all, I did try it out. There's a container house, what do you call it, Airbnb, and I stayed in it because it's always going to be hot. Does it feel hot to you?
Very, very, very cool.
Okay.
There's what I wanted to ask you about.
No, it's fine.
This place is very cool.
It's very cool. So I tried it out first, So basically, the group, I've learned a lot by listening. Because the more you chat and chat and chat, you're really not seeing what's important. So I've learned if the group is good. I don't say too much because I think that what I think is not good is for me to say, oh, but I had an amazing experience. That's not good. So I'm not going to say that at all, but I will support. I've had some of them support me individually and said, oh, you know, Cicely, can you help me with this? Cicely, can you help me with that? And I've done that. Individually, people have come to me. So whatever I can do, I will do. I'm here to support the community, integrate. Even I was just talking to the man. Yes, one of the yes, and he goes past and he waves at me. And this morning he said to me, he said, tell the madame that I will say, Taisha, tell the madame I will give her some yam and some maize. So he said, and so nicely, and this is where in most places, like I usually get along very, very well with the community at large. And when they see us, we say hello. Sometimes we're in the truck, we'll take them down to a Cebu and all of that. So I want to be friends to everybody here. When I say friends, I can't be friends with everybody. But to really, where I can support, whatever I can do, I want to be able to do that for the community
Yes.
at large. So everybody, yeah?